wife and daughter and grandson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an official KBA broadcast. I'm Rice Hennessy. I'll be your host for the day. Our matchup for our 2:30 p.m. game will be between the Adamson squad, Kingston Colts, versus the Orlean Red Sox. And we are almost all set to kick things off for the top of this first inning. Great first pitch right down the middle. That is Eli of the Red Sox in the batter's box, and it is Bedard of the Colts on the mound. So here's Bedard. That one comes flying down. Right down the middle, slapping the catcher's mitt. Strike number 2 against Eli. Bedard fires another one right down the middle and a swing and a miss. And that's one batter down for Bedard. A fantastic opening. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And here we go. Next batter up for the Red Sox, it's number 65, Carson Bedard. Lining one up, he slings it just right of the plate for ball number 1. Bedard sizing up Carson. Winds one up right down the middle. Carson, some great contact. Unfortunately for him, just clips off the top of the bat. That will sail backwards over the batting cage. We'll get a new ball in play for Bedard. So here he comes. He's winding one up. Slings one off the mound right down the middle. Swing and a miss from Carson. Leads to strike number 2 in Bedard's favor. Two count. Bedard slings one right down the middle. A swing and a miss from Carson. That's 2 up, 2 down for Bedard. Next batter up for Bedard. He slings one right down the middle for strike 1. A phenomenal pitch. In the batter's box now, that is number 50, Everett of your Orlean Red Sox. Noah Bedard on the mound. Cranks one up. Throws it down with some heat. Great job by Everett getting a bat on it. It is fouled off to the side for strike number 2, so Everett's got to enter protect mode now. Bedard. Just a tad too high. For ball number 1, a 1-2 count in the favor of Bedard. Bedard kicks his knee up and slings one right down the middle. Excellent work by Everett in the batter's box, staying alive in there. As here comes Bedard. Throws one. Down the middle, a tad too low. It hits the dirt. Great eye from Everett, leaving that one down there. It's a 2-2 count now. Twos right across the board. Bedard. That one right down the middle. Everett gets a great touch on it. Manages to stay alive for at least another pitch. It's fouled way off to the side. Almost hits the Colts dugout. The Red Sox still yet to put a man on base due to some phenomenal pitching from Bedard, as here comes Bedard. Winds one up, delivers right down the middle and a swing and a miss, and that's 3 up, 3 down for Bedard. A phenomenal inning. And we'll take a short break and we'll be right back at you with some more baseball action when these Red Sox outfielders and infielders are all warmed up for defense. Red Sox still yet to put a man on base due to some phenomenal. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just about ready to kick off the bottom of this first inning. Just a couple of more warm-up pitches. It's number 23, Cody Lyon, in the batter's box for the Colts. So here comes Lyon. Great eye from that kid. Lets that one hit the dirt. On the mound for the Red Sox, it is Number 65, Carson. Carson slings one a little over the top. Great job by Lyon, leaving that one up there. Carson. His third pitch of the game. That one's right down the middle. Lyon makes some great contact. It's going right to center field, and a phenomenal defensive effort from the Red Sox. Center fielder gets right under that ball, and it's a routine catch for him. There's some pretty good contact on that ball, but unfortunately for Lyon, the center fielder for the Red Sox was on point out there. Got right under it, scooped it right up in his glove. Here comes Carson. He slings one right down the middle for strike number 1. That is Ronan of the Colts up at the plate. Carson. Another solid pitch, perhaps looking to bait a swing. That one falls just outside for ball number 1. Carson. Just inside. Ronan forced to hop out of the way for ball number 2. We're at a 2-1 count. Carson. Down the middle. A little bit too high. Ronan, he's down and ready. Carson. Deciding which pitch to go with. He throws one right down the middle for strike number 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. We're at a full count. Carson puts one right down the middle. Ronan gets a bat underneath it, and it's fouled off to the side. And an excellent hustle play by the first baseman of the Red Sox, going all the way into the foul zone, getting a glove underneath it, scooping it right up for their second out of the inning. We still have yet to see a player on base. Here we go. Everett Walton of the Colts up in the batter's box. First pitch, it's high and inside for ball number 1. Carson winding one up. It's high and inside once again for ball number 2. We're at a 2-0 count. Here comes Carson. That one right down the middle. Walton gets a touch on it. It's fouled way off to the side. That'll be for strike number 1. Walton. Lets that one be. Catches the outside bottom corner for strike number 2. A phenomenal pitch by Carson. Here's Carson on the mound. Carson winds one up. Delivers right down the middle. Walton gets a touch on it. Great job by him staying alive. He must be in protect mode now. He's got to get touches on anything. It's anywhere close to the zone. Make sure he can stay alive for his pitch. As here's Carson, taking his time with it. Waiting for his catcher to get ready. Here we go. Winds one up. It's right down the middle. Walton pokes it all the way out to right field. Scooped up by the right fielder. And they can't quite get it in time. A great single by Walton. And he gives the Colts something to work with. And a bit of a bobble there. The pass back to the pitcher goes wild. Rolls all the way to the other side of the diamond, and Walton manages to seize the opportunity and advance forward to second. So now the Colts have got a man on second. And Adamson pokes one out to left field, and Walton, he's got the wheels on. He rounds the corner on third and sprints all the way home. A phenomenal play by Walton. And a great hit by Adamson, 2 back-to-back singles. Lead to the first run of the game. 1-0 lead for the Colts. First pitch, it's ball number 1, Adamson. Spies an opportunity, capitalizes. And he's safe on second. That pitch, it's high and inside. McCarty in the box for your Kingston. For your Kingston Colts. That one caught the inside edge of the plate for strike number 1. Carson winds one up, delivers right down the middle. McCarty, a great touch, flies all the way out to left field, and it's a routine catch for the left fielder. Great job out in the outfield by this Red Sox defense, putting a stop to every long hit that the Colts can manage to throw at them. But I'd say a fairly good inning all around. The Colts managed to squeak out a run against that tough Red Sox defense, and they'll maintain a 1-0 lead going into the second. And we will see you then. And ladies and gentlemen, we are we are right back into the action at the top of the second inning. Returning once again to the mound for the Colts, it is none other than Noah Bedard. And that was Urbane of the Red Sox in the batter's box, and a phenomenal single pokes it right out to left field. And he'll be safe on first, and the Red Sox now have got something to work with. They've got a man right out there on base. Bedard keeping an eye on Urbane on first. Sends one just outside the strike zone to Jeremy. Jeremy in the batter's box for the Red Sox. Jeremy keeping an eye on that one. It's high and wide. Jeremy sees it coming. Ball number 2. Noah Bedard. Taking his time on the mound, keeping an eye on the first base runner. Throws one right down the middle for strike number 1. Phenomenal pitch from Noah Bedard. Bedard, always keeping a wary eye on the man on first. Umpire calls time. Ball came over from another field into center field, it appears. We'll have a slight delay here. And it looks like we've got ourselves sorted. We're at a 2-1 strike. Jeremy of the Red Sox up in the box. It's Noah Bedard on the mound. Noah zings one just outside the zone. A long pass to second. Looked almost like he got him. A phenomenal long pass from the back catcher right to the glove of the second baseman. Urbain must have slid right under the glove of the second baseman, and he's safe on second. As here's Noah Bedard on the mound, keeping an eye on the man on second. Noah Bedard right down the middle. Jeremy manages to get a touch on it. It's fouled way off to the side. Bedard. Very alert, Bedard is. Always keeping an eye on the runners. That one just inside, and a drop pitch gives an opportunity for Urbain to make a mad dash for third, and he'll be safe on third base. And Jeremy a little bit of confusion between the umpires and the coaches here, but we'll get right back underway. Jeremy will take his walk on that fourth ball to first. Corners all filled up for the Red Sox. Man on first, man on second. Back catcher. Good effort. Looking to pick off the man on first. They can't get it done in time. And Jeremy remains safe on first. Urbain safe on third. And here's Noah Bedard keeping an eye on both runners. Bedard winds one up, slings it right down the middle, and that's Theo in the batter's box for the Red Sox. And he hits it straight up, and perhaps a bit of a miscommunication on the part of the Colts. They do make a play at first, but they're unable to convert to a double play or stop the run from coming in. The Red Sox, Urbain on third, managed to make his way home and scored their first run of the game. We're all knotted up once again at 1 run apiece. And we'll see a small delay as the umpires will discuss something here. The Colts have got 1 out in their favor. They've got 1 man on second to worry about. And it's number 4. I apologize, I don't have a name for this young man, but it is number 4 in the batter's box for the Red Sox. He lets that one go. It just catches the outside edge for strike number 1. A phenomenal pitch from Noah Bedard. Bedard on the mound. Winds one up. Right down the middle. Swing and a miss from the batter for strike number 2. An 0-2 count, all in the favor of Noah Bedard. Bedard. How cautious this young man is up there. Always keeping an eye on the runners. And then he turns and slings one right down the middle for strike number 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes against that batter for no Bedard. The Colts have got 2 outs. One more can put a stop to this slow yet productive Red Sox offensive inning, as here we go. It's Ryan up. It's Ryan up in the batter's box for the Red Sox. Looks like that one just caught the outside lower corner of the zone for strike number 1. Bedard taking his time with it, slings one right down the middle, swing and a miss for strike number 2. Bedard seems to have found his stride here. Bedard taking his time on the mound. He's lining one up, slings it right down the middle and a swing and a miss. And he's out of here. Things looked a little sloppy for a minute there for that Colts defense. However, some phenomenal pitching against those last 2 batters by Noah Bedard cleans it right up, and they close out that top of that second inning, only allowing 1 run in. And we'll see the Red Sox defense returning to the field to get warm, and we'll be right back when they're ready to go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to get right back into the action here. It's Dylan up at the plate for the Colts. Hesitates on that one, just catches the outside edge of the strike zone for strike number 1. 0-1 count against Dylan. So here he goes. Good take by Dylan. That one was down in the dirt. He left it right down there. Returning to the mound for the Red Sox, it is number 65, Carson. Carson had a good start to the game. Let's see how well he can continue playing here. Carson slings one just inside. Great eye by Kimberly. Dylan Kimberly of the Colts lets that one go through for strike number 2. A phenomenal pitch by Carson. As here we go, Carson, he's winding one up from the mound, launches it right down the middle. Kimberly gets a bat on it. It's going far, it's going long, and it lands just foul. By about a foot, umpire says. Some great, powerful contact from Kimberly. Let's see if he can replicate that here, but keep it fair. Carson getting in his zone on the mound. He winds one up. Swings it low, and it's dropped by the catcher. And some quick thinking from the Red Sox defense puts a stop to that. Potential first stolen base by Kimberly. And that's one out to the favor of the Red Sox. Next up into the batter's box for the Colts, it is number 19, Milo Wand. Wand let that one go. It was a good call. So here's Carson on the mound. Carson. He's winding one up. That one just outside on the inside. Got a 2-0 count in the favor of Milo Wand. Wand. Getting his stance ready in the box. Carson taking his time with this pitch, thinking about what to deliver. Here it comes, right down the middle. Wand gets a bat on it. It's sailing all the way to center field. And some great hustle by the Red Sox defense. Center fielder gets right underneath that ball and scoops it right up in his glove for the second out of the inning for the Red Sox. And we're getting right back into it. Carson remaining on the mound. That one high and outside. A good take by Jadone. Jadone of the Colts. That one just outside the strike zone. Colton Jadone of the Colts. A phenomenal take. So here comes Carson on the mound. That one is high and wild. It's a 3-0 count now in the favor. In the favor of Carson. They've got 2 outs against them. If Carson gets walked here, they'll finally have something to work with. Carson lets that one go. It's just inside of the strike zone. And Colton will take his walk over to first. Next up into the batter's box for your Kingston Colts, it is none other than Noah Bedard. He has been phenomenal from the mound so far tonight. Let's see what he can get done on offense. Pardon me, been phenomenal so far this afternoon. Let's see what he can do on offense here as Carson lines one up. Zips one straight over the plate for strike number 1. Here's Carson on the mound. He slings one just a little too low and outside, and a phenomenal toss by the back catcher. Throws it all the way to second base. Just a little too late with it. And that puts Colton Jadone safe on second. Giving Bedard something to work with here. Noah Bedard. Lining up into his stance. Carson. One right down the middle. Bedard gets a bat on it. Colton. He turns the corner on third and he's sprinting home. And he's safe with no trouble at home. And Noah Bedard comes to a halt at first. A phenomenal single forcing Colton home for the second run of the game. Carson. He's only got Bedard on first to worry about for now. That pitch just outside. Bedard makes a mad dash for second. He gets down and dirty and he is safe. A phenomenal steal. The base running by these Colts young men has been absolutely phenomenal thus far in the tournament. As here's Ward. Ward takes a crack at it. That one's popped high in the infield. No problem for the shortstop. It's a routine catch, and that is 3 outs. And the Colts, pardon me, and the Red Sox finally managed to put a stop to the slow but steady productive Colts offense. And we'll see the Colts defense take back to the field to get warm again. We will be right back at the top of the third. And we are just about ready to kick things off at the top of the third. Got a fresh arm up for your Kingston Colts. It is number 24, Ward. Let's see what he's got in the batter's box for your Orlean Red Sox. It is Max Ward. Winding one up right down the middle for strike number 1. Ward. He winds up another. That's right down the middle once again, and a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Here comes Ward. Lining one up. Catches the bottom outside corner for strike number 3. A phenomenal pitch from Ward. It's 1 up, 1 down so far for him. Next up in the batter's box for the Orlean Red Sox, it is number 11, Eli. Ward slings one right to the same spot. That outside bottom corner seems to be his sweet spot for strike number 1. Ward cranks another one. Looking for the same spot. That one just a touch too low. Hits the dirt. Great eye from Eli, leaving that one where it was. Ward. That one right down the middle. Eli gets a bat on it. It's scooped up by the third baseman. And a long toss to first for a tag out. A phenomenal hustle effort from the Colts defense. That's 2 batters out now. And here we go. Ward on the mound. Cranks up his knee and launches one just inside for ball number 1. It is Carson. Up in the batter's box. We've seen some phenomenal pitching from him in the first 2 innings. Let's see what he can do here on offense. Swing and a miss from him there for strike number 1. We've got a 1-1 count. 1s are right across the board. Ward. Lines one up right down the middle and another swing and a miss for strike number 2. Carson's got to get into defend mode now. That pitch just a little bit high for ball number 2, 2-2 count. Ward. Lines one up. Phenomenal job by Carson staying alive in there. He'll live to swing another swing. Ward, a beautiful pitch right down the middle for strike number 3. And the Colts make quick work of that inning. These boys seem to be locked in at the moment. Still only a 1-point deficit, however. Colts hoping to extend their lead at the bottom of the 3rd, and we will see you then. And here we go. We are just about ready to get back into the action. First up in the batter's box, it is number 23, Cody Lyon of the Colts. That one high. Lyon leaves it up there. Phenomenal eye. That is number 50, Everett of your Orlean Red Sox on the mound. Everett taking his time with this one. He lines one up, slings it right over the plate. Lyon finds some contact, but that one is fouled right off to the side. Everett takes his place once again on the mound. Lines this one up and fires right down the middle. A swing and a miss from Lyon. For strike number 2, he's got to enter defend mode now. Everett right down the middle. Lyon gets a bat on it. It goes right back to the pitcher, and it's a routine scoop and a routine toss to first. And some great, calm, collected energy from the Red Sox defense leads to the first out of the bottom of the third. As here we go. First pitch to Bowie from Everett is just inside. Good eye by Bowie, leaving that one over there. Everett slings one just over the strike zone. Everett slings one over the plate, just a touch too high. Here comes Everett, lining this one up. It's right over the plate. For strike number 1, we're at a 3-1 count. So here we go, that one right down the middle and a swing and a miss, and we're at a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Everett just outside the strike zone. Bowie sees that one coming, leaves it out there. He'll take his walk to first, and now the Colts have got something to work with here. It's Everett Walton up in the batter's box. Bowie making a mad dash for second. The Red Sox can't react in time, and Bowie will be safe on second base. Walton, he's got a man close to scoring position now. Walton waiting for the right pitch. He finds it. Bounces once in the infield. It's rolling all the way to the outfield. Here comes Bowie, rounds the corner on third, slides home to score the 3rd run of the game. Not sure that slide was absolutely necessary, but darn, it looked cool. Colts extend the lead by 1 more run. We've got a 3-1 ball game. And Everett stands safely on second. A great double from him. As here comes Adamson. Adamson, we saw a big hit from him earlier on in the game. He's forced to duck out of the way of that one, and Walton seizes the opportunity, finds his way to third. He stands safely on third. Adamson, a single here will push him home. Not push him, pardon me. A single here will give Walton the chance to get home. Adamson forced to take a hop step out of the way of that one. It hits the dirt right by his toes. 2 balls, no strikes is the count. Everett on the mound. Lines one up. Right down the middle. Adamson takes a rip at it. Can't find contact on that one. Great pitch by Everett. We've got a 2-1 count. Everett taking his time, keeping an eye on the runner on third. Lines this one up, fires it right down the middle. Adamson gets a touch on it. It's fouled straight back for strike number 2. And we've got a 2-2 count. 2's right across the board. Everett launches one just outside for ball number 3, and we're at a full count for Adamson. Everett taking his time with that one, launches one right down the middle. Adamson manages to get a bat on it and stay alive. Everett sneaking a glance at third. Adamson finds contact. It rolls right between the third baseman and the short. Goes all the way to left field. And the Red Sox are powerless to stop Walton going from third to home for the 4th run of the game. This Colts offense is looking dialed at the moment. As here we go, next up into the batter's box, that is number 7, McCarty. McCarty now. Waiting for the pitch from Everett, and we see a quick play from Adamson. Spies a small opportunity, makes his way from first to second, and he's safe over there. Here's McCarty. Forced to duck out of the way of that one. That's ball number 2, I believe. Everett slings one right over the plate. McCarty gets a touch on it. It's fouled way off to the side. Adamson remains on 2. And here we go. Everett keeping an eye on Adamson. Slings one just outside the plate for ball number 3. We're at a 3-1 count now in the favor of Everett. Everett lines this one up, slings it right over the plate. McCarty gets some good contact on it, sails right out to right field, and he has no trouble getting to first, and Adamson advances all the way to third. Corner is all filled up now for the Colts. And we've got Kimmerly headed up to the plate, batting next for the Colts. Couple of guys on base to work with here. Number 99, Dylan Kimmerly. Here he comes. Everett. Some patience on this one. He launches. McCarty seizes an opportunity, sprints to second. He would have got there regardless because that pitch just hits the feet of Kimmerly, and he'll take a free walk to first. Bases loaded now. Bases loaded now, and it's number 19, Wand of the Colts, up to bat. And this is what dreams are made of for young men. Bases loaded. He's at bat. Has to duck out of the way of that one for ball number 1. Adamson sees an opportunity, has no trouble getting from third to home. He scores the 5th run of the game for the Colts. This Colts offense is looking unstoppable out there. They are dialed. Wand lining up at the plate. Everett on the mound. Everett lines this one up, slings it. It's over the plate, just a touch too high. It's ball number 2. 2-0 is the count. Two young men on base here for Wand. He's got one on second, one on third. Apologies, you can't see the man on third. The camera angle's a little hard to figure out here. Wand a rip and a miss at that one. It's a 2-1 count. Wand. He's down and ready for this one. Here comes the pitch from Everett. It's way outside. Phenomenal eye by Wand, letting that one go. The count is 3-1 now in the favor of Wand. A walk here will load the bases up once again. Everett taking his time with this pitch, making sure he knows exactly what he wants to deliver. It's right down the middle, and Wand gets some nice contact on it. Pokes it all the way past the second baseman to center field, who attempts a long toss home. But they're powerless to stop. They're powerless to stop Kimberly and McCarty, who both find their way home and extend the lead to 6. The Colts are now at 7. It's 7-1. And that's 5 runs on the inning for the Colts, invoking a mercy rule, and we will see this inning come to a close. Some phenomenal offensive effort from the Colts, making contact on darn near every pitch, knowing exactly when to steal those bases, having no problem getting from third to home. We'll be right back with some more intermediate Colt tournament action at the top of the 4th. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to kick things off once again. Catcher calls balls in. Returning to the mound for the Colts, it is Ward. There's Ward on the mound. Launches one right down the middle. It's no problem making contact for Everett. Everett of the Red Sox poked that one straight up. The Colts couldn't get a catch on it. Goodness, what a recovery. They failed to catch him out and then caught him lacking on first. Just a step too far away from the bag. A quick pass to the first baseman leads to the first out of the inning for the Colts. And now entering the batter's box, it is number 12. Some great contact from him, goes all the way out to the third baseman. He attempts a long pass. The pass is good, but the runner is faster. Touches the bag and he's safe on first, and the Red Sox have got something to work with here. And that was number 12, Urbane of the Red Sox, with that phenomenal single and display of hustle, getting from the box to first. As here we go, it's Ward on the mound. Ward lines this one up. He cranks it a little too far outside. It hits the ground. The Colts are forced to eat it as Orlean steals second. Too slow to get a pass over there as Ward. Readying himself once again. Ward cocks this one back. Throws it down, and an opportunity for Orlean on a dropped pitch. Makes it all the way to third. He's safe over there. And the Red Sox have a man in scoring position. As here's Ward on the mound. Ward taking his time with this pitch. Lines this one up. He slings it a little too far inside. Orlean hesitates, which was the right call because the catcher recovered very quickly, scooped that ball right up. And I believe that is Jeremy of the Red Sox who just took his walk to first, and now we've got Theo of the Red Sox up in the batter's box. Theo lets that one go through, and it's right down the middle for strike number one. Corners all filled up for these young Red Sox. It's Theo readying for the pitch from Ward. Ward delivers that one a little too high and outside. Jeremy seizes the opportunity and makes his way to second. He'll be safe over there. Nothing the Colts can do about that one. Second and third now occupied by Red Sox players. A double from Theo could give them both the opportunity to get home, as here comes Ward winding this one up. It's too low. It hits the ground, and a phenomenal effort from Orlean, seizing the opportunity and going home. And Jeremy turns the corner on the drop pass to third, and he'll have no trouble getting the third as well. 2 runs scored back-to-back for the Red Sox, closing the gap slightly. We're in a 7-3 ball game now. As it's still Theo up at the plate. Theo readying for the pitch from Ward. Ward lines this one up. He delivers it. It's down the middle, but it's too low. It hits the dirt. Great eye by Theo, leaving those runs right where they drop. Ward. That one a little too low once again, and Theo will take his walk to first. And we've got number 4 of the Red Sox up in the batter's box, ready to go. And we'll see a timeout called on the mound as coach has a few words with his pitcher. Make sure everything's all right. Make sure everybody's on the same page. And we will have just a momentary delay, ladies and gentlemen. And we're right back into the action. Ward attempted to pick off the guy on first, but unfortunately for him, time was still called. And here comes Ward. He's got a man on first to worry about, and some great contact from 4. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what happened on that play. We're called right back. I believe he called foul. Man on first, number 4 of the Red Sox up in the batter's box. And it's Ward of your Kingston Colts up on the mound. Ward keeping an eye on that guy on first. Lines this one up, delivers it right down the middle. Pardon me, looks like it must have been just inside. We got a 1-1 count. As Ward, making sure he's aware of where the base runner is. Ward lines up a pitch and delivers it just a little bit inside. Phenomenal eye from number 4, leaving that one where it was. 2-1 count now. As here's Ward on the mound. Ward taking his time with this pitch. He lines it up, slings it just inside once again, and great effort by the back catcher. Making an attempt at first. I believe that's Cody Lyon wearing the catcher's gear. Making an attempt at picking off the guy on first. Runner on first just a little bit too quick as we'll get right back into the action. Here's Ward. Ward slings that one. It's straight over the plate, but it's just too low. It bounces right off the plate, and number 4 will advance to first. And the base runner from first, I believe Theo, will advance to second. And we've got another run called. Another timeout called. It looks like the coach of the Kingston Colts is going to get a fresh arm up on the mound. Perhaps Ward is looking a little fatigued out there, and looks like he'll get a few warm-up tosses before we kick off. Before we continue the top of this 4th inning. And it appears to be number 99, Dylan Kimmerly, who's taking the mound for the Kingston Colts. We've seen some phenomenal offensive effort from him so far here today. Let's see what he can get done on the mound. First pitch from Kimmerly. It's phenomenal, right down the middle for strike 1. In the batter's box, that is number 10, Ryan of the Red Sox. Ryan preparing himself for the second pitch from Kimmerly. That one right down the middle. Once again, another phenomenal pitch for strike 2. 0-2 count against Ryan. He's got to get into protect mode now. Kimmerly delivers one just outside. He's got runners on first and second to worry about here. Kimmerly lines this one up, slings it right over the plate, and a swing and a miss from Ryan will be the second out under the Colts' belt for the inning. And now we've got Max of the Red Sox up at the plate. Max leaves that one be, and it's a phenomenal pitch from Kimmerly. Just catches the outside edge for strike number 1. Kimmerly taking his time with this one, eyeing up the pitcher. The runner on second. He'll deliver one right down the middle for strike number 2. So here's Kimmerly. That one right down the middle once again, and a swing and a miss will be the third out of the top of the 4th. And we will be right back with some more Colts versus Red Sox baseball action at the bottom of the 4th. Ball's in, calls the catcher, and we are just about ready to kick things off for the bottom of the 4th inning. Returning to the mound once again for your Orlean Red Sox. There's number 50, Everett. Everett taking his time with this pitch, and he slings it right over the plate for strike number 1. Everett now lining this one up just outside. Phenomenal eye on Colton Jadowan, who is currently batting for your Kingston Colts. Everett slings one right over the plate. Jadowan takes a rip at it, can't find contact. That is strike number 2. It's a 1-2 count in the favor of Everett. Colton's got to enter protect mode now. As here we go. That one, phenomenal effort by Colton. That one looked just outside, but Colton, I think perhaps it was in the strike zone, took a rip at it, fouled it off. He'll live to swing another swing. Everett looking to put an end to this at-bat. Cocks this one back and slings it just outside, but Colton gets a bat on it and he'll be safe at first. A phenomenal single from Colton, and now the Colts have got something to work with here. It's none other than Noah Bedard stepping up into the batter's box. He's been phenomenal offensively here today. Bedard waiting for the pitch from Everett. Everett swings one down, and Colton seizes an opportunity, slides safely into second. And he'll stand true over there. 1-0 count. Just slightly in the favor of Noah Bedard. Bedard down and ready for this one. Everett keeping an eye on the runner on second. Lines this one up and slings it way inside. It's right behind Bedard. He's forced to hop out of the way of it for ball number 2. Bedard ready for it, and he gets a hit. It's high and it drops right into the pitcher's mitt. Phenomenal effort from Noah Bedard. Unfortunately, that one just caught the top of the bat a little too much, went straight up, and it's a routine catch and a routine out for Everett on the mound. As here comes number 24, Ward of your Kingston Colts. Ward, he's ready in the box. The first pitch, a swing and a light contact on it, leads to a foul ball, which is strike number 1. Colton taking a healthy lead off of second, and here's Ward at home, and that one just catches the outside edge of the plate for strike number 2. He's got to enter protect mode now. He's got 2 strikes against him. He's got to foul off the bad ones and wait for his pitch. Yes, here comes the next pitch from Everett. That one right over the plate. Ward gets a big bat on it and it lands just foul. It's a great swing, just came in on it a tad late. Fouled it off to the left. But he'll live to swing another swing, and Everett takes back to the mound. Colton remaining on second. Pitch from Everett, right down the middle, and it's dropped by the pitcher Ward. An opportunity to get to first. He can't quite make it before the pass, but fortunately for the Colts, that play does give Colts inched Owen an opportunity to advance to third, and they've now got a man in scoring position. It's Cody Lyon stepping into the batter's box for the Colts now. We've seen some great stuff from him as back catcher so far here today, as well as some decent offensive plays in here. He lets that one be. It's called strike number 1, and Colton has no problem making his way home on that drop pitch. Colton, some phenomenal hustle, and he'll score the 8th run for the Colts of the game. Everett slings one right down the middle line, gets a bat on it, he pops it all the way out over the infield, and it dribbles into the outfield, and the Red Sox manage to put a stop to it. But Lyon is safely on first, and the Colts once again have got somebody on base to work with. Stepping up once again, it's going to be number 21, Bowie, of your Kingston Colts. Bowie. He's prepared for this pitch from Everett. Everett lines this one up, slings it just outside. Phenomenal effort from Urbane, the Red Sox back catcher, tossing that one all the way to second, but Lyon manages to step on the bag just in the nick of time. Everett. That one just outside for ball number 2. It's Ronan Bowie with the phenomenal eye in the batter's box. 2-0 count in the favor of Ronan Bowie. So here comes the next pitch. That one high and wide. Great eye by Bowie. It's a 3-0 count. Umpire exchanging some words with the likes of Everett. Everett will retake the mound and slings that one. Must have been just outside for ball number 4, and Bowie will take his place on first. Walton returns to the batter's box. We saw a giant double from him earlier on in the match. We'll see what we can do here, and the Red Sox coach will call time, exchange a few words with his pitcher and the rest of his infield. Make sure everything's all right, make sure everybody's on the same page, and we will be back with some more baseball action momentarily. And we're right back into the action. Everett remains on the mound, and Walton, crack of the bat, he kicks that one out to the short, and he'll manage to run it into first just in the nick of time, defeating the long pass from the Red Sox defense, and now the bases are all loaded up for Adamson. Adamson, we've seen some phenomenal hustle, base stealing plays from him so far this game. He crack of the bat on that one, it dribbles right past the third baseman. They'll send one home. It's Lyon. Another one turns the corner. He's up and he's safe. It's Bowie. And the Colts extend our lead by 2. We've got a 10-3 ball game. Two men on base now. One on first, one on second for McCarty. McCarty lets that one be. It's too high for ball number 1. Everett on the mound, slings one just a tad too high again. Both runners on base will seize that opportunity to steal. And we've got a runner on second and a runner on third now for McCarty. A walk will load the bases up once again. McCarty, crack of the bat on that one, pokes it right out to the second baseman who can't get a handle on it on time, and Walton will make his way from third to home for the third run of the inning for the Colts. And the Colts now at 11 points. Part of me looks like I accidentally typed in 2 before. But the Colts are at 11. It's an 11-3 ball game. And that pitch just outside. Great eye by Kimmerly. Runner on first seizes that opportunity to make it a second. We've got Adamson on third and a runner on second. And it's Kimmerly up at home plate. Everett keeping an eye on the runners, looks to pick off Adamson on third, but he has no problem diving back to the bag, and he will be safe. So here we go. Everett lines this one up, slings it right over the plate for strike number 1. It's Dylan Kimmerly. We've seen some great stuff from him so far here today. Let's see if he can get something to happen here. He swings at it, gets a great touch on it. Fouls it way off to the side, catches the foot of a spectator. Hopefully he's all right. The ball back in Everett's hands now. Everett slings this one right over the plate. Kimmerly gets a bat on it, and he'll give Adamson a chance to get home. And he'll take second himself. A phenomenal hit by Kimmerly, another double from the Colts, and another run from them as well. They extend the lead to 9 runs. The Colts have got 12. And that will invoke mercy rule. That's 5 runs on the inning, so we will be heading to the top of the 5th momentarily. And we are getting right back into it here at the top of the 5th. In the batter's box for your Orlean Red Sox, It is number 11, Eli. First pitch, it's way inside for ball number 1. That is number 7, McCarty, up on the mound for your Kingston Colts. As McCarty lines this one up, slings it right over the plate for strike number 1. A phenomenal pitch. Eli receiving some words of encouragement from his coach. He's down and ready for this one. Takes a jab at it. Unfortunately, can't find contact. It's a 1-2 count now in the favor of McCarty. This one. Eli gets contact on it. Scooped up by the first baseman, and there's no one there. And it's a heck of a recovery by the Colts. The first baseman had to step off the bag. The covers took a little too long to get there. The first baseman himself makes a mad dash for first and tags the runner for the first out of the inning. Stepping up now to home plate, it's Carson of the Red Sox. Carson waiting for the pitch from McCarty. McCarty slings one straight over the plate for strike number 1. It's an 0-1 count. Second pitch. Right over the plate once again, and a swing and a miss from Carson. That's strike number 2. And here we go with that pitch. Just inside for ball number 1. The count is now at 1-2. Carson's got to be in protect mode now. That one just inside once again. 2's right across the board. It's a 2-2 count. That pitch. Inside once again. We're at a full count. It's 3-2. That pitch just catches the inside edge of the plate for strike number 3. And he's out. That's 2 outs already for the Colts. They're making quick work at the top of this 5th inning. Pitch delivered from McCarty. A tad too high. Ball number 1. That one. A tad too high once again. It's Everett of the Red Sox in the batter's box. That one right down the middle for strike number 1. Everett, fantastic job fouling that one. Pardon me, he was only at 1 strike. Fantastic swing from Everett. Unfortunately for him, it's fouled off right behind him. He's now at 2 strikes. He's got to enter defend mode now. So here comes McCarty on the mound. McCarty slings that one. Just outside the zone. Everett hesitates on it. And it's called a ball, and here we go. Everett forced to hop out of the way of that one for ball number 4. He'll take his walk to first and give the Red Sox something to work with here. McCarty. That one a tad too high. It is Urbane of the Red Sox in the batter's box. McCarty taking his time with this pitch, deciding what to throw. That one a tad too high, it would seem. For ball number 2, we're at a 2-0 count. Urbane getting himself ready in the box. That pitch right down the middle for strike number 1. We're at a 2-1 count. That one just outside. Phenomenal eye by Urbane, leaving that one out there. He's up in the count, 3-1 in the favor of Urbane. So here comes McCarty. Slings one right down the middle. And Urbane manages to get a touch on it, but that one is fouled right off to the side. It's a 3-2 count. Here we go. Taking his time with the pitch. He delivers one right down the middle for strike number 3. And that's 3 outs for the Colts. They made quick work at the top of that 5th. And that'll do it for the game. There's no way, no more innings for the Red Sox to recover here. It's a 12-3 ball game in favor of the Colts. There were some great plays all around, but the Colts dominating on the sticks here in this game this afternoon. Phenomenal job by these young men. It'll surely bump them up in the standings for the tournament. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this game. Colts versus Red Sox. Colts come away victorious. I've been Ryan Hennessy. I'll be your host all weekend long for the intermediate division of the Colts Kingston tournament. We've got more baseball action coming to you for the rest of today and in the morning tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned.